Good morning, friends. My name is Miss Amanda from the Boca Raton Public Library, and we're coming to you this morning from beautiful Gumbo Limbo Nature Center. And today we're celebrating the winners of our Luna's Story Writing Contest. These kids have written beautiful stories about Luna's adventures, and we're going to celebrate them today, read their stories, give them some prizes, and maybe have a special guest. So we're going to get started. Next up, we have Vivienne. Woo! This has beautiful drawing too. Do you want to read it, or do you want me to read it?
I want to read it.
Great. Here it is.
Luna's Adventure by Vivienne. A sea turtle named Luna loves to visit her friends every summer at Gumbo Limbo Nature Center. But this year she wants to go explore other places in the world. Maybe she could go to Paris or even New York, but she's having a hard time deciding. She goes to bed to think about where she would go the next day. Once Luna wakes up and goes for her usual morning swim, she feeds her pet named Shelly a clam and starts swimming through the tall kelp. She looks around and notices something floating. What could it be? It must be a piece of paper one of the humans dropped, she said furiously, because she didn't like it when the ocean's waters were little. She grabbed the paper and noticed it was a travel brochure. She reads from the brochure, "Come up to the mountains and enjoy a cool breeze." Then there showed a nice photograph of a person skiing down a mountainside. Oh, how wonderful, she thought. But as she imagined herself up on a mountain with Shelley and thought of how cold it must be and how many layers of clothes she must wear, she thinks it's not a good idea to go. She swims to a nearby recycling bin and throws the brochure in. This is going to be harder than I thought. Where else can I go? A week passed since then, and Luna was thinking that she would give up on her dream adventure and would just go visit her friends instead. As she was thinking, Inky, her friend Octopus, called her. She picked up her cell phone and heard Inky yelling, "Quick, Luna, I might have found some place you want to travel." Luna was very interested in this idea. As Inky kept saying, there is a website where you can go somewhere for free, and 8 people can enter, but there's only 1 spot left. You have to go. Luna said, "Where are they going this year?" Inky said that they were going to a cave with crystals everywhere, but he kept on saying how beautiful it was until Luna stopped him and said she would enter. "Hurry before the spot is taken," said Inky through her cell phone. Luna thought of how funny she and Shelley would look in miners' headlamps deep in a cave. She clicked enter, typed her name, and pressed send. It was loading. Minutes passed, and then letters flashed on the screen saying, "Sorry for the inconvenience, but it looks like this spot is already taken." She sat there telling Inky the news, and he said, "Don't give up, Luna. You have the whole world to explore," Inky said encouragingly. Luna said bye to Inky as Shelley swam to her left. Then her ding-dong. There was someone at the door, but who could it be? She opened the door, looked around, and saw no one there. Then she looked down and saw Hermit Crab. Mr. Sands, her next-door neighbor, thought he would help her with her problems. He showed her a very old and beaten-up black-and-white photograph of what looked to be him and a ruined building. "Where's that?" said Luna. "About 7 years ago, I went to Rome." He then pointed at the building and said, "You see this building? It's called the Colosseum, and it's very large. Rome is a nice place. I think you should go," he said with a smile. Luna said, "Thanks for the idea, but I don't think that is the place for me." She thought of how her and Shelley would look in tourist outfits holding big cameras. She thanked Mr. Sands again as he walked back to his home. After an hour of thinking of more places to go, she went to bed because it was very late at night. About 2 days later, she decided to meet up with her best friend, because now Luna was in desperate need of a place to travel. Her friend Samantha, a clownfish, opened the door to a big coral home. They talked and laughed about the places they wanted and dreamed of going to one day. After around an hour of talking, Luna said goodbye and headed off to her own home, where Shelley was waiting for her. She looked into Shelley's eyes and knew exactly where she was going. The answer was obvious and right in front of her all along. She was so excited that she couldn't even take breath. She ate breakfast, got dressed, fed Shelley, and was swimming very quickly. Luna packed a jellyfish and seagrass sandwich, some kelp cookies, and other goodies along with juice made of seaweed. She glued together some wood to make a nice table, placed down some plates, and set up food for what seemed like forever, until finally she was done. But there was one final step. She called Mr. Sands, Inky, and Samantha to meet her up at this location. As she saw them swimming near, she got excited. Mr. Sands got there first. Then Inky and Samantha joined later. They all sat around the table with Inky and Samantha in the water and Luna and Mr. Sands on land. Then Luna spoke. I know all of you have been helping me find a place to travel, and I can't believe that I didn't realize this earlier, but there's no other place I would be than with all of you. You make me laugh, smile, and I enjoy the time I have with you. Traveling somewhere doesn't mean you have to go somewhere exotic or alone. You just have to have fun in the process. That's why I chose the beach, so we could all hang out. Shelley jumped onto Luna's lap. They all said, "Aw, thanks, Luna," and hugged. The sun was setting, the once bright blue sky was now pink with a little purple. After a great time on the beach, the plates were cleared with nothing but crumbs and everyone was full. The sky was now dark blue. They cleaned up and headed home one by one. As Luna swam with Shelley, she thought, this was the best day ever. She opened the door, swam straight to bed, and dreamed about the night she had with her friends. And that's it.
Great job. Vivienne, did you draw all the pictures for your book?
Yeah.
You're an amazing artist. I actually think you're an amazing illustrator because they so perfectly go with what you wrote. Do you like to do that? Do you do that a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, it's really awesome. I also like how you taught us a lesson about we need to sometimes appreciate where we are and where we live. And we live in a really nice place that people come on vacation, right? So we're pretty lucky. But especially during COVID and all the crazy stuff, it's good to appreciate where we are. I like that lesson. That was amazing. Really good job. Vivienne is our winner for the ages 12 through 15 age group. Here's your prize. And come right here in the middle. Perfect. Great job, Vivienne. Well, that's everything. We have some amazing artists and writers. We want to thank the City of Boca Raton. We want to thank Gumbo Limbo Nature Center, Boca Raton Public Library, and of course the Friends of Gumbo Limbo for donating the beautiful gifts and prizes that the winners got. So thanks for coming today and listening to the stories. Bye.